Hey Friends story begins with a dark and terrifying night where a lady was running here and there in a dense forest to save her life from someone, and she was also very injured. While running, she comes near the house where red light was visible. Before she could understand anything, a black shadow comes and attacks this lady and catches her from the garden and lifts her up. This aunt calls this lady an android, and on hearing this name, this lady goes out of sleep terrified. Even though this was a terrible dream, 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 is much more than this. 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 could not understand why she took the name of android in the dream. Thinking all this, 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 gets very scared and then goes to her fiancé, whose name was André. Both of them were very happy together. Both of them enjoy some beautiful moments. And here we see that both of them love each other very much and are going to get married soon, and both of them currently live together in Ukraine. André makes breakfast for 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 and goes to work, but still the same nightmare was going on in 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴's mind. So she calls her aunt, whose name was this. 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 tells her about her nightmare that she came to take death in her dream. Hearing this, she gets very upset and says that now the time has come to send you somewhere far away, and where and how to send him? I know this very well. After this, we see them together. Both of them were very happy because today was their anniversary. They hold a small party to celebrate and share their feelings with each other and then get intimate. But their happiness soon turns into smoke, because this was the year 2022 when Russia attacks Ukraine and Russian soldiers enter Ukraine. They kidnap the activities and authorities. The common people of Ukraine were also very scared because of the Russian soldiers, so they stay quiet in their homes. Here André and 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 also decide to run away from here to save their lives. But at this time, every place in Ukraine was under Russian soldiers. So 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 tells André that we should go to 𝐷𝐴𝐴𝐵𝐾𝐫. Why auntie? This 𝐷𝐞𝐈𝐴's house was built in a deserted place in the middle of the forest, away from the urban area. This house was there even during the time of World War, where no soldier could reach. That is why 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 insists on André to go there, and André also agrees, and both of them are going in the car, when on the way some Russian soldiers stop their car and start questioning them and also search them. André talks to them very nicely to escape from here, but these Russian soldiers start misbehaving with 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴. But André just wanted to get out of here somehow, so he does not say anything to them and sits there calming his anger. Even after questioning them, these people do not let them go. Rather, these soldiers demand 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 from their chief so that they can be intimate with 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴, and the chief also agrees to this. As soon as they get permission, these soldiers reach 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 and try to touch her. But seeing all this, the hooligan opens fire and starts firing at these soldiers. In this attack, one soldier is killed, while the leg of the other soldier gets badly injured. Somehow, both of them save the children and reach their Aunt 𝐤𝐻's house. After reaching home, 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 quickly takes his dog out of the car because he too had suffered a lot during the firing. So he hands over the dog to his aunt for treatment, but then 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 notices the phone in her hand, and when she goes to see André, he is injured and he too has been shot. André's condition was very bad. 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 tries to handle him, but it is of no use. André's wound was so deep that he takes his life, and 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 is very sad to see her love dying in her own hands. 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 tries a lot to cure André, but now the time has come for André to leave. He takes him with him, and 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 was getting the same sign repeatedly in her dreams, which had now come true. Here we see the same soldiers who were now behaving as if nothing had happened. Without any sadness, they take out the necessary belongings of their fellow soldiers, and after giving treatment to the ones who are there, they sit down without any worry. It was very difficult for 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 to accept André's death. She starts crying profusely after seeing André's dead body. 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 is so upset and comes to her and consoles her, saying that everything will be fine. On this, 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 says that, I don't want to fix anything, I just want André. 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 further says that I have lived many lives. I have seen thousands of wars. I have lost many people, but the pain of losing André is the biggest. I felt love for the first time as a normal girl, but this happiness was also snatched away from me. 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 decides that she will not let the people who have caused her death live peacefully, but will make them suffer and put them to death. 𝐿𝐴𝐛𝐴 says that I will make their life so difficult that they will find death easier than life. Saying this, Olenna starts leaving from here and asks Aunt Avdokia to burn Andri's dead body. While taking Olhati from here, she goes to a wall made in the house and starts breaking it with the help of the, and then after breaking the wall, she goes to a secret chamber. There was black magic and supernatural things present in it, which was very dangerous. Olenna stands in front of a magical mirror and takes off all her clothes one by one, and here we see that Olenna has tattoos on the wrists of both her hands. While looking in the magic mirror, these shackles are visible, which were shackles. She breaks them by cutting them, and spreads the supernatural power that she had left for entry. As soon as she gets freedom from the elders, some changes start happening in her body, and we see that a special kind of power starts running in Olenna's body. As soon as she gets this power back, Olenna becomes very powerful and dangerous. And now she is completely ready to take revenge from her enemies. She was not a normal girl, but a witch who wanted to spend her life with Anari away from this world of witches. But this could not happen. That is why she came back to this world. Here we see Russian soldiers whose chief tells that the food supply will not be possible now because the food truck was stopped by Ukraine. That is why the chief tells all of them that now you people are completely free. You are free to bring food in whatever way you want. You can kill anyone. The soldiers are very happy to hear all this. And they separate and go out to find food. Some soldiers go to a house to find food where an old man starts chasing them away from here. But these Russian soldiers kill this old man and forcefully enter their house, where they see the old man's daughter, whose name was KD. These soldiers try to capture her, but 𝐏𝐨 somehow escapes from them and starts running away from there, but it is of no use because these soldiers soon make her unconscious, and one soldier takes advantage of the situation and starts doing wrong things with 𝐏𝐨. When Tanthea feels it, she regains consciousness and starts screaming loudly. But this soldier does not show any mercy on her. On the other hand, the soldiers start robbing a house for fun. When a lady sees all this, she explains to these soldiers that you people are humans, live like humans, do not behave like animals. Hearing this from the lady, the soldiers get very angry and they shoot her to death. After this, these people reach near a camp. She is brought there so that all the soldiers feel happy. Entertainment could happen. But then we see Olenna performing a ritual with blood. This was done on that soldier, whose leg was injured by Andrea by shooting him. Due to this ritual of Olenna, the injured leg of this soldier gets injured even more. It causes a lot of pain, which was very difficult to bear, and then a bunch of sand and a piece of paper come out of the mouth of this soldier, on which it was written that this forest will become the grave of all of you. After reading and seeing all this soldier gets very scared and his condition becomes so bad that he dies here. Here, the chief also sees Olenna soaked in blood in his dream, who tells him to kill all of them. Seeing this, the chief gets very upset and asks the soldier to take 𝐏𝐨 away from here. Following the chief's advice, the soldiers throw 𝐏𝐨 in a deserted place, and Olenna also arrives there, who asks 𝐏𝐨 if she wants revenge. She does not answer, but the pain hidden in her eyes demands revenge, and Olenna also understands it. Here, when a soldier goes to urinate, blood starts coming out instead of urine. Seeing this, the soldier gets very upset. After this, we are shown two soldiers, one of whom Olenna tries to control and when she comes to kill him. But seeing his family photo, she does not kill him. Instead, she tempts the other soldiers with money. Seeing so much money on the ground, this soldier starts going to her out of greed. The next morning, when all the soldiers check their phones, everyone gets the same message in which it was written that the graves of all of you will be made in this forest. After reading this, all the soldiers get very scared, but the chief does not pay much attention to it because he did not believe in ghosts and black power at all. Rather, the chief calls it a trick of the enemies and asks all the soldiers to stay alert. But then a soldier takes everyone to a place in the forest where many dolls were hanging. After this, these people see one of their fellow soldiers who was tied to a tree. His hair was pulled out, lips were cut, and the tree was also torn. Seeing such a bad condition, all are left stunned, and as soon as a soldier steps forward to save his friend, the soldier tied to the pad is killed by the blast because Olenna had laid a bomb wrap in front of him. Seeing this, all the soldiers get angry at that soldier and say that you should not have moved forward like this. Here we see 𝐿𝐴𝐚, who was performing a very powerful virtual performance. Inside this, she summons a demon and then takes care of this demon inside herself so that she can get its powers. When she comes out of her house and looks around, there is a lot of dead bodies raining on her. See, 𝐸𝐸 gets scared and quickly comes to 𝐿𝐴𝐚, and when she sees 𝐿𝐴𝐚, she understands that 𝐿𝐴𝐚 has gone too far to take her revenge. All this was very dangerous for 𝐿𝐴𝐚 as well. That is why 𝐸𝐸 tries to explain to 𝐿𝐴𝐚 that if you do not stop all this now, then you will also have to suffer the consequences. But 𝐿𝐴𝐚 does not listen to this and says that I do not care about my consequences. I can go to any extent for my revenge. Even if I die, I will not be sad. Listen to this. What 𝐤𝐸 says that I gave you a new life by creating you, and now you want to leave me alone. 𝐿𝐴𝐚 does not listen to anything 𝐤𝐸 says. Here we see a soldier who got a photo of his fan 𝐵𝐸 in this photo. His wife and his son were covered in blood because 𝐿𝐴𝐚 had killed both of them, and with the help of this photo, she had also performed a ritual to kill them. Seeing this, the soldier gets very scared and insists on going home to see his fan 𝐵𝐸. But the chief does not allow him to go to the city, so he himself sets out in the tank, but on the way he plays a man-end game with the 𝐿𝐴𝐚ers, and getting stuck in this confusion of his mind, he kills 2 of his own companions by crushing them with the tank. Seeing this, the other soldiers beat him up badly, although he tries to explain everything to them, but these people do not listen to him. On the other hand, a bomb attack takes place on the camp, after which all the people escape and run away, and a soldier comes into the forest. He had killed that innocent lady, so here he starts seeing the lady's cycle, and then he also starts getting scared of the lady's ghost. This soldier tries to save his life, and then the chief comes in front of him, who makes a symbol on his forehead and says that your time to die has come. That is, it was not the chief, but 𝐿𝐴𝐚 who kills him. After his death, 𝐿𝐴𝐚 brutally takes out his heart and goes to her home. When the rest of the soldiers come to him and see his dead body, they are shocked because they do not believe that the enemies can go to this extent. Here, a soldier talks about supernatural power, but the chief does not believe in all this, and when Aunt sees 𝐿𝐴𝐚 eating the soldier's heart, she gets very scared and tries to explain to 𝐿𝐴𝐚 again, but 𝐿𝐴𝐚 hurts him and says that she needs more power. After a while, when 𝐿𝐴𝐚 regains consciousness, she apologizes to 𝐸𝐸 for her mistake and then leaves from here. These two now start getting scared of 𝐿𝐴𝐚 because in the fire of revenge, she was not only losing her real identity, but was also turning into a bad person. At night, 𝐿𝐴𝐚 goes to the soldiers' camp and leaves a warning for everyone there. The next morning, when the soldiers do not find the bodies of the dead soldiers at their places, they get very scared and quickly set out to search for the dead bodies, and on moving ahead, they see those dead bodies hanging from a tree. Seeing all this, a soldier gets so scared that he kills himself because he did not want to die at the hands of 𝐿𝐴𝐚. Therefore, instead of facing 𝐿𝐴𝐚, he kills himself. After this, the soldier who had done wrong to Katya is shown. Insects start coming out of his private parts, and he starts suffering a lot from pain. And to save himself, he reaches Katya's house where Katya is about to kill him to take her revenge, but this soldier starts to giddy in front of her, and Katya does not kill him. But then, this soldier is about to kill Katya by picking up his gun, but Katya kills him. On the other hand, 𝐿𝐴𝐚 is seen by all the soldiers. To kill her, everyone chases her, and 2 soldiers fight among themselves and kill each other while the chief and the rest of the soldiers start shooting 𝐿𝐴𝐚, due to which 𝐿𝐴𝐚 gets enough and she immediately comes home to save her life. This 𝐸𝐸 takes out the bullshit from 𝐿𝐴𝐚's body and says that you will have to pay for every death yourself, and with the killing of the last chief, you will also be finished because this was the deal 𝐿𝐴𝐚 had kept. This 𝐸𝐸 still asks to stop this game here, but 𝐿𝐴𝐚 does not listen. 𝐿𝐴𝐚 kills all the soldiers one by one, but the chief does not come under her control. Instead, he catches 𝐿𝐴𝐚 and starts doing bad things with her. But then we see that 𝐿𝐴𝐚 is standing behind him, which means that the person with whom he was doing wrong was thinking about her, and all this was a trap planned by 𝐿𝐴𝐚. Olenna starts tormenting the chief and is about to kill him when Auntie comes here. She tells Olenna that there is a child growing in your womb, and if this chief is harmed even a little, then the child will also be killed because Olenna had made this deal with 𝐷𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻. This 𝐑𝐞𝐈 explains to her that this child is the last sign of 𝐸nDRI, a sign of your love, and this child is also the last reason for your living. After hearing all this, Olenna also calms down. But even now, the chief was on her mind, which increases her anger further. But when Olenna sees her dog, she calms down completely because both Henri and Olenna had kept this dog with them with great love. Olenna finally says that forgiveness is not a solution because in the end, everything will come back again. What does Nanyar-Do say that there is no need to kill the chief? Rather, I have a different plan. Then the scene shifts to the chief, who was completely mad by these two 𝐏𝐨, and his own soldiers call him the killer of all the soldiers, and then take him to the prison. After this, we are shown a scene after some time where we see that Nani has given birth to a child, and now she will start her life with this. And her revenge is also complete, and with this, the movie ends here. I will return with such a wonderful story. If you liked the story, then like the video, subscribe, and do not forget to share the video with your friends. See you in the next video. Thank you.